What other problems have occurred within your committee?
Absolutely, Your Honour. I've made some notes actually. In fact, all of you right now in his room would be out of order because you're laughing. Anytime someone laughed when in session, we were held to be out of order and we received a warning, for which there was a 3-strike warning. Apparently, so it was apparently a fair system. But when laughing is on that list, you wonder how much freedom of expression we have within this cruel system. Now, what else was I was just trying to remember what else occurred. There were some extremely cruel and unusual punishments which were doled out for either lateness or being out of order, or even arriving in one's seat. I think at one point it was 2 seconds after the closure of unmoderated caucus. Someone arrived in their seat 2 seconds after, and he gave out a cruel and unusual punishment for that.
So what type of cruel and unusual punishments did he give you? Or give the other delegates? I'll rephrase that question.
There's been a whole collection of them. One of them was he asked 2 delegates to perform demanded that 2 delegates perform an interpretive dance of the resolution that was passed yesterday on disabilities, that was unbecoming. He would remove voting rights for absolutely no reason at all. Like he would say, voting rights stripped, speaking rights stripped. A particularly cruel and unusual punishment was reserved for me, where it was demanded that I could only write notes with my pen in my mouth. If the court would like to see a demonstration of my incapacity, at least, I have to.
Thank you, Delegate. I don't think that's required, but we do appreciate your thoughts.
You're welcome. I was merely trying to facilitate the process of cross-examination. But, yes.
Justice Rose.
I just had a question for the Honourable Chair.
Yes.
Do you believe, in the evidence that we just heard, do you believe that forcing different dance punishment is inhumane and unjust?
Under the rules and procedures, including the general rules and procedures, that is up to the Director's discretion.
The dance itself is not so much problematic because it has the general support of the committee.
As in this committee as well, if I remember.
Yeah, it was more the total and the consistent and arbitrary doling out of stripping of speaking rights and voting rights, and then it eventually devolved into that 10 things. This happened consistent. It happened on at least 5 separate occasions. No, 7 separate occasions in a single day.
And who else was exposed to this torturous and treacherous act?
The delegate from the United Kingdom. The delegate from China had their rights stripped away at least 3 times, even though there were only 2 sessions.
You can have the committee list put up.
Yeah, I think that would be easier.
I don't have access to the committee list for that one, sorry.
Can you provide some help for me on that?
You can't, sorry, that's out of order. You can't ask the defendant to incriminate himself.
Okay, happened to me quite a few times, believe it or not. I would say it happened to the UK, the United States, and China were the strongest victims. Iraq was a victim of it. Germany was a victim of it. I believe that was it. But the United Kingdom is here to provide me aid.
Justice Ramos and Justice Greenwald would like to acknowledge the presence of the delegate from the United Kingdom.
Thank you. Could you please take your seat? I will now allow the judges to ask 5 questions as a cross-examination to the delegate for the United States of America. So if judges who've got questions to ask the delegate of the United States, please raise your placards. I note Justice Ramos and Justice Gillies, however, I will go with Justice Ramos first.
My question is, you mentioned an interpretive dance that may have been cruel and unusual. For purposes of ascertaining that, what was the interpretive dance to?
It was to a resolution that we passed on Previous Day on disabilities.
And
Would
to
you be
what
able to
song?
recreate?
Full understanding of the court, I would request a reenactment.
Okay, I am willing to.
Okay.
Even though I was
I will chair and
May I say the interpretive dance actually hasn't been performed yet because the delegate was meant to perform it today, but it didn't arrive today. But, so
What song was it going to be?
well, was that decided?
Okay, delegates, please come to order.
Just a quick, oh, sorry.
Justice Gillies, please.
Yes, so just given the fact that this court recognises that late notice is 2 seconds after an unmoderated call is a great inconvenience to any given session, providing delays to the procedural inquiries of the court. Do you think that...
Judges, please,
Do you
order.
think that absence is not late? Do you think that an interpretive dance, writing with your pen in the mouth, really constitutes cruel and degrading acts against humanity?
I do believe that actually, sorry, there was another punishment acted.
There were several.
There were several that I mentioned. In fact, we, unfortunately, one of the punishments was a massage, which unfortunately led to some further action upon a boat, which remains unnamed. No, but this is true. I think the truth. It wasn't him, though. But anyway. I don't believe the interpretive dance is in itself cruel and unusual. The most cruel and unusual was the pen, but as I repeated, it was the constant stripping of voting rights and speaking rights arbitrarily. And also, I do believe that the problem with it wasn't lateness. It was more, if I may reenact for a moment, it was more like unmoderated caucus is over. Someone's sitting here. You're not seated, delegate, you lose your vote.
Objection, you can't possibly hold this as, primary.
Justice Rose, please.
In fairness to supplementary, are you or are you not seated when you're...
Out of order, Justice Gillies. Justice Rose, please.
Just a question, you mentioned that the delegate who had to do the interpretive dance did not show up the next day.
That's correct.
To either of you, this question is directed. Is the committee concerned about that delegate's whereabouts? Considering the history of this director, which we've heard today.
I'm more likely to think that the director doesn't care about his delegates' whereabouts, but we do, for sure, absolutely. But we have a cruel and unusual director. So, yeah, but go on. Did that answer your question?
No, I mean concern as into the health and well-being of this delegate.
We believe that's probably due to alcohol poisoning.
Thank you very much. Justice Tan.
Just a point of procedure inquiry. What's the charge again? Isn't it slavery and not torture?
I wasn't aware of this.
Thank you very much. Honourable Delegate, Justice Yu.
Torture is included in this.
Well, you're only cross-examining and examining one at a time.
Not so much cross-examination, but I'm supposed to be introducing draft resolution 2 in about 5 minutes. So I just came in very quickly to render my report. Which I would advise was possible. So.
If there's no further questions for the Honourable Delegate for the United States, I will ask him to step down from the box.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good night. I'd like to now recognise in the chamber.